is back. Welcome in and happy Thursday. I'm literally gonna flip so much because I'm live on Instagram over here. We are live on Facebook over here.
And we're live to our audience.
And we are live audience in studio out there. Well, we don't really have anybody out there yet, but I'm sure y'all are coming because this is our last Who Runs the World episode ever. It has been so much fun this year listening and talking with y'all.
Yes.
Right, Megan?
Oh, it's been phenomenal. This is just weird. We've never done the live. So,
I know.
And then the live.
But, live in all aspects, but as y'all know.
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home.
Exactly.
Who runs the world, Megan?
Girls!
Yes! You guys, girls is who runs the world. We are so excited to end with y'all. As you know by now, who runs the world? The answer is always girls. I'm Allie Pruitt. That is Megan Waldron. This is our last one. It's sad. It's a sad day.
And we're both graduating.
And we're both about to graduate.
Yeah.
But we got to find a way. I literally don't know what to do
Maybe
here.
a podcast.
We got to do something.
We got to let the fans know.
Yes, you guys. We will have something for y'all. But it is sad because this is our last episode here on Who Runs the World in our Radio DePaul studio. But it has been great. I've been doing this for almost 3 years now.
3 years?
Yeah.
Wow. Good for you.
Which is crazy.
And we're nominated.
I know! What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive.
Right?
Well, we got a lot of stuff to talk to y'all about today for our last show. We're going to do on steroids, hot takes on steroids today, because that's our favorite segment, so we got to have a lot of questions. But we got to kick it off with what we all are, what's on our minds, what everybody's talking about, because tonight is game one of the NBA Finals, and it is the fourth time that we are watching Cavs Warriors. Are you sick of it? Are you sick of Cavs Warriors?
So I actually have some comments, if you don't mind me reading.
Read them, you guys. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're over here watching on Instagram Live, are you sick of it? Are you sick of Cavs Warriors?
Yeah, comment, guys. We want to know.
We want to know.
So we'll
can't read. Okay, Megan's reading them. I'm going to look.
Okay, it's a little far. So I got Durant, LeBron, and then Adam Silver's comments about this, okay? So is this bad for the NBA to have two teams, consecutively back in the championship? And so Durant, he said, I think it's great. You just get a great set of players on the court. I mean, it may not be as suspenseful as a lot of people may want it to be, or as drama-filled, but that's what you've got movies and music for. And then we got LeBron. He said, if you want to see somebody else in the postseason, then you got to beat them. Or in the finals, in that case. And so then James was actually asked, again, what's it like to have, the same team in the finals 4 years in a row. Once again, he said, you've got to ask Adam Silver. So Adam Silver comes out and he says, this is last year before the finals, so, it's kind of like same context.
Yeah.
So Adam Silver comes out and he says, it's just hard for me to fathom how there becomes this perception that at the moment there are only two teams that are the truly competitive teams in the league. I just don't believe it. So what are your thoughts on that, Allie? So Adam Silver's basically saying, although these teams are getting back and back to the finals, that doesn't mean it's not competitive. Like the Celtics, gave LeBron and the Cavs, a hard run for their money. And then you got Houston going to Game 7 with the Golden State Warriors.
So here's what you got.
Yeah.
You have the best team in the league in the Warriors, right? You are stacked. They are stacked. They were a phenomenal team before Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got Kevin Durant. Okay, so you already had Draymond Green, Steph Curry.
Mm-hmm.
You were stacked.
Mm-hmm.
They were stacked.
Mm-hmm.
And now you added KD. Now they are the best team in the league. You cannot deny it. They are the best team in the league. Now here's why Cleveland is where they are.
Right.
They have the best player in the league. Do you get what I'm saying? So for the past 4 seasons that we've watched the NBA Finals, we have seen the best team versus the best player, because the best player, and I'll be straight up, is as good as two of the, he is like two athletes combined.
Right.
For one of the best teams in the league. So that is kind of where you're at, because you're getting both, and that's just strictly what it is. It's best player against best team.
Mm-hmm.
Am I a little tired of it? Yeah. Mm-hmm. But until you break up that best team, or until you move that best player, which, as y'all know, I think LBJ is gone after this season. You know, you will see another...
Right.
You will see another team, right? Wherever he goes will always be playoff contenders. They'll always be final contenders while he's in his prime.
Right.
And he is right now. So you just know that. Now, is it impossible for someone to beat him? Absolutely not. But he has played teams where they are not the best team. They do not have a team. They have good to great players. They don't have excellent players, right? And that is why LeBron has been able to hang with them. Now, he is about to face a great team with multiple great players, right? So there will be, and you know, they don't have Andre Iguodala, but that's not one of, you know what I mean? They still have their guys. So I think, honest to God, I think this will be a 5-game series.
Do you really?
LBJ will win one. Golden State will win the rest. I mean, I've heard people say it will be a sweep. I don't think LeBron's going to go down like that, but he's going to go down. I mean, what is he going to do? You know what I mean?
Right. Here's my thing, because I'm all for it. I think that I want two competitive teams, you know, facing each other. I don't care if they've been back to back, because I think it's going to be a great game. I think, like you said that Golden State, they have all these type of players.
Right.
You know, they don't just have that one. But that's what's so fun about it, is that the Cavs are the underdog, but at the same time, they're really not, because they got the best player in the world on their team that has been in the
Vegas rankings? The Cavs are so so low. You would have to, I forget what it was. I think you would have to, you'd have to bet 1,000 to win $100 if you're betting on on Golden State.
It's absurd.
It is crazy how low the Cavs are being ranked here, but it's simply because of who he's got. Now, my thing is I mean, and it's even been like out and said that the Warriors are going to revolve their defense around LeBron. And you know, LeBron came out and said, you know, I've seen him play all different kinds of defense, right? I've seen him play this, I've seen him play that, blah blah blah.
They know each other very well.
Very well, and it's so competitive because you know the thing is, like I said, you know, LBJ's going up against 2-time MVP Steph Curry. You know, you got Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant in the running for MVP, and you have all these things happening right now, but everyone knows who is the best player in the league right now. It is LeBron James.
See, people will argue, but I 100% agree it's LeBron James too.
And he's going to drop 50 points. He will drop 50 points, right? And we just know that. We know that because of how he's played. He will get his no matter what defense you play. You cannot stop him. Now, if Golden State holds him to 30, they'll sweep. They'll sweep the series. If you let him get into that 40s and 50s, maybe not. Now, I think there'll be competitive games. I think that is where, you know, this misconception is on my end is I don't see Golden State blowing the Cavs out. Do I see them winning this series in a decent amount of time? Yes. But I don't see them blowing them out every game. It's just not going to happen when you have a guy like LeBron. And let's not forget that LeBron is not coming here completely on his own.
No, he's not.
But we got to be careful about Kevin Love had this concussion protocol, right? We're not exactly sure how that's going to work. You know, their bench, I think, is deeper. I mean, you got Kyle Korver who's shooting lights out from the three-point line. If he's helping LeBron and he is on, that's a force to be reckoned with, right? You got Tristan Thompson down low, so you got some things, you know, you can work with J.R. Smith and things like that, but you really, the offense revolves around LeBron. And the thing is it's not going to be like another Houston where they're going to miss 27 three-pointers in a row. That's not going to happen. LeBron is going to get his. He is going to put the ball in the hoop. How much? You know what I mean? I'm thinking he's in 35 to 45 point range every game in this series. I really do.
And here's my thing. Like, even if he doesn't get his 50, even if he doesn't get his 40, I know your point is, like, he will get it. And I don't doubt that. I don't think, like, you know, I believe that as well. He can get up there. But even if he doesn't get it, the amount of effort that it takes to guard him is tremendous. So Golden State's going to be beat up, because they're going to be so focused on how to stop the best in the world. And he's so versatile in his game. He can shoot the three, he can dunk, he's so powerful. He's hard to guard. And I think Golden State's going to be consumed not only offensively getting theirs, but also stopping this guy. And also this might help X factors on the Cavs, expand their game and get their shots. Kyle Korver, like you said, he can shoot lights out. And also, not to mention, I saw a lot of fight from the Cavs, playing the Celtics in, that past series. I mean, that wasn't just LeBron. And at the same time, sometimes I don't like the argument, well, he doesn't have a great supporting cast. Because I understand basketball is a team game, 100%. That's why he went to Miami, to get those rings.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they've worked it out. You don't make it to the finals. You don't make it to the finals on, one guy's shoulders. But at the same time, LeBron has led this team. And he
has carried this team on his back this whole entire season.
They're two different teams. You got Golden State, they got a lot of stars. And sometimes that's not always the best thing. I think that they've worked it out. I think they understand the balance of power between Curry and between Durant during, Klay Thompson. But then it's just different. They're just two different teams. It'll be interesting how they compete. But like you said, I think they're going to be competitive games. And I'm hoping for a Game 7 Cavs. But
Game 7? You really think it'll go Game 7?
I kind of think it's going to be Golden State, like you said, in 6. Is that what you said?
In 5.
You said 5. You said 5. So, I don't know. I can see that happening, what you said.
Yeah.
But I want Game 7 Cavs.
Okay.
I want LeBron.
What do y'all want? What do you think? What do you think? I got a jeez Louise.
I know.
Facebook, over here. What do you got? Who do you got?
Right.
Game 7 like Megan, Game 5 like me, maybe Game 6 in the middle. Is it going to be Golden State or is it going to be LeBron James? I'm not even going to say the Cavs because, as we know, it'll be LeBron James. So, over here, I'm going to ask y'all the same question on Instagram. Who do you got? Is it going to be Game 4, 5, 6, 7? What do you think? Is it going to be LeBron James? Is it going to be the Warriors? I'm super curious. I'm pumped to watch this Game 1 tonight because the energy is going to be through the roof.
Where's it at?
It is in Golden State, I think is where it starts. Let's talk about this tweet, though.
Oh, Kobe.
No.
Oh, I want to talk about the Kobe tweet later.
Demarius Randall.
Okay.
All right. He tweets. Now, I got to talk about him. Go Pack Go. Back in the day, he used to do some work for us. Not so much anymore. Concussions and whatnot. He's now with the Cleveland Browns. Here we go. He tweeted, if the Cleveland Cavaliers win the 2018 NBA Finals, I will buy everyone who retweets this a jersey. The mathematicians have come out and said with the amount of retweets that it has gotten, Randall could have a $100 million order for these jerseys. He is now, like I said, a Cleveland Brown. He will be one guy in Cleveland cheering for the Warriors this postseason because that is a hefty price tag, ladies and gentlemen. He is really not believing in LBJ's skills.
I don't know why people doubt the king.
It's not necessarily... this is how I'm going to phrase it. I don't doubt the king, but I believe in the greatest team in the league.
Really? I'm just curious. So you're saying they're up there with the greatest teams of all time?
Yes.
Okay, wow. No,
they have the best... I mean, they have MVP contenders in every position.
And they got a great coach, too, Steve Kerr.
Right. So you got Steve Kerr coaching the team, and then you have, like I said, MVP players at every position. You have Steph Curry, MVP point guard. You have Kevin Durant as a small forward, shooting guard. Klay Thompson, he's MVP. Draymond Green as a power forward. You have MVP contenders. You have great players at every position. Now, as we know from playing basketball, it is a team sport. Now, when you have MVP contenders at every position, you are one of the greatest teams in the league, and you can't deny it. And they have proven that for the last 4 seasons. They have built a phenomenal team. These guys weren't LeBron James coming right out of high school. Let's look at Steph Curry. I mean, he did not have this boom. I mean, you looked at LeBron James when he was playing in high school in Akron, Ohio, and you knew you knew he was going to be great.
It's
Steph Curry, you didn't know that.
Right.
And look where he is now, leading his team at that point.
You know, that's fascinating that you bring that up, because I had this discussion with someone else. You got LeBron James, you know, kind of coming from, you know, not that stable of a background.
Right.
You know, he had to move out of his house. He had to live with his coach. All that, you know, crazy stuff. He also had the world on his shoulders at 16.
Right.
He was proclaimed at 16 years old, you're going to be the best basketball player of all time.
Right.
That's not easy to live up to. And he's gone to work every single day, and that's why I respect him.
Right.
You got Steph Curry, you know, growing up in, like, you know, nice household. You know, he's probably got all the nice trainers, all the nice facilities. Not to say he didn't work hard. I respect both of them tremendously. But two different backgrounds. And sometimes I feel like the public more gravitates towards Steph Curry. But I feel like Steph Curry,
though, wasn't the all-star that LeBron James was. You know what I mean? Like, he got drafted, I think, in, like, the second round. I mean,
Steph Curry, yeah.
So he wasn't
had that Cinderella.
He made it. And now you look at him. He is a lights-out shooter.
Mm-hmm.
There's no denying that.
Crafty.
Right. Very crafty with his game. And he is a phenomenal leader.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the difference between this is, you know, you look at the Cavs. Who's coaching that team? LeBron James. Who's the general manager? LeBron James.
Right.
Who is the leading scorer? Who is your point guard, shooting guard, small forward, all in one? LeBron James. Now you transfer that and you look at Golden State. They have a team. They have your typical NBA team. It is not the LeBron show, and that's what LeBron has. Now, like I said, LeBron James is the king. I'm not saying he's not the king. He is the king.
What's Steph Curry?
A phenomenal point.
Is he the prince? He doesn't really have a thing. He deserves, you know.
I mean, but he is not the best player. He's not. He's simply not.
But if you think about it, he's been to 4 straight finals. But once again, to your point, it's the team. Yeah.
He has been to 4. The Golden State Warriors have been to 4 straight finals with a team.
Even before KD
Before KD, too, right? So you're looking, they had that team before KD. They added KD.
Right.
I don't see, what is LeBron going to do? Guard everybody?
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Do you think the NBA is turning to this league in a sense where it's becoming overpowerful in a sense that multiple MVP type of players are going to compete on the same team, such as KD, such as Steph? Do you like that? Do you like them teaming up together? Like if LeBron teams up with, like let's say James Harden, you know, another superstar. Do you like that, or do you think that it's better for like these star players to, you know, build their own legacy and be that player on their own team? I don't know. Like, do you understand?
Yeah.
Like, it's becoming...
I don't have any problem with it.
Really?
To create a great team if you can, right?
Right.
And there's all of those monetary aspects that come with that, you know, that people forget. I know when Houston lost, there was a couple articles out like, oh, is LeBron going to go team up with James Harden?
Right.
Houston doesn't have the cap space to do that right now. Mm-hmm. Their best option is to get Chris Paul back and build around him, not with the same money he is, because Chris Paul is 37 years old, right?
Yeah.
But to try to build around him, get some good guys, get some trades, trade up in the draft. You know, the Cavs, they traded up in the draft. They had a trade deal a couple seasons ago, which is why they got that 8th pick this season. Right. So the Cavs are going to make a decision, too, based upon LeBron, obviously.
Right.
If LeBron leaves, what do they do? If he stays, what do they do in the draft? I mean, there's all of that aspect to it as well.
Right.
I know yesterday in the mock draft, they were saying Colin Sexton from Alabama, he was, you know, they had him going to the Cavs just because he could take over, you know, and be a leading guy for LeBron, or he could be LeBron's, like, back eyeball.
Right,
you know what I mean? So, you know, that's kind of what they had there. But you have to just look at it in the sense that, you know, if you can make a good team, make it.
Right.
I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, some of these guys, like a Steph Curry, you didn't pay him out the yin-yang right out the gate. You paid him out the yin-yang once you knew you had to keep him. Mm-hmm. Right? So I have no problem with it. It makes for good basketball. If we just had one good player on every team, the heck are we watching? And let's play one-on-one.
Right, and at the end of the day, these NBA coaches and these high-level people in the organization, they have to do this. If they want to be able to compete with the Cavs, with the Golden State Warriors, you got to be able to compete. And you see that now time and time again, people following the patterns, such as Duke, you know, now doing the one-and-done in college. And so it's interesting. Can I ask you about Kobe's tweet, though?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I gotta pull it up so I can see it.
Did you see it?
Can't see that far. I did see it.
You did?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just read it to our fans. So Kobe Bryant, one of the most prestigious.
My guy, Kobe!
Oh, okay.
Y'all know he's my favorite player of all
Andrew
time.
Garcia just gave a fist bump out in the studio. So Kobe Bryant, he tweeted, he said, on May 28th, 12:35 a.m. What you doing up? Just kidding. He said, "We can enjoy one without tearing down one. I love what he's doing. Don't debate what can't be definitively won by anyone. Hashtag enjoy my 5. Hashtag enjoy MJ6. Hashtag enjoy LBJ Quest." And I should have give more info to that. So he's referring to the argument of this debate is who's the best of all time. And so I'm curious, like, what's your opinion? Because at first I loved it. Because to me, when I first read it, I said, wow, good for Kobe for coming out and saying, why are we arguing who's the best of all time? This is such a great thing to, to be in the presence of. And why compare one against the other when you can't really compare because it's different eras, it's different basketball, it's different type of talent in the league. But at the same time, I also kind of felt like a little petty, and I was like, Kobe, you're not even in the question. What did you, like, because to me, it's LeBron and MJ and Kobe's down here. But people will argue that. So what's your opinion, Allie?
On what?
Like, what do you think of his tweet? Like, do you think that do you think he should have gave his opinion? Do you think his opinion is respectable? Do you think that people don't give LeBron even the decency to be the greatest of all time because people are so connected to this MJ figure?
I mean, let's be serious.
And we've talked about this before.
Yeah, we've talked about this.
Right.
I have some very strong opinions on LeBron James in comparison to Michael Jordan. That is not a comparison in my eyes. Michael Jordan will always be Michael Jordan. He will always be the greatest of all time. Let it go, right?
See, that bugs me because why can't LeBron ever reach that status? Like
because he's not.
But 8 straight finals?
What LeBron James is doing now, MJ did years before in his career.
Here's my thing. I believe that
he did.
No, MJ didn't go to 8 straight finals. And MJ had Scottie Pippen. Who did LeBron have? No supporting cast. So you think LeBron James is? You would sit here and say LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan? That is not what I'm saying. I want to be clear. I'm saying that LeBron deserves to be in the discussion now.
There is no discussion.
Why can't, like, you're so connected, like, people think MJ's like this, like, ghost, like,
he is. And MJ is Jesus. He is the basketball Jesus.
Oh my God! No, okay.
There is no, and here's the thing.
Why can't LeBron ever? What does LeBron have to do to reach that? Like,
He can't.
Like,
he can win every finals from here to the rest of forever.
That's not fair, though.
He will. You cannot. Michael Jordan set the stage for what basketball is, for what great basketball is. He was the first to do it.
Right.
Am I saying LeBron is awful? Absolutely not. I just said he's the greatest player in the league.
Right.
He's been the greatest player in the league. He's been the greatest player in the world for 5 years.
Right.
Michael Jordan set the standard.
Right.
He said it. He was the first guy to do this. Everybody, you could ask people who do not like basketball. He was who everybody watched back in the day.
But look at LeBron's numbers. I mean, multiple years of MVP level.
But look at the league today.
I am.
People hate LeBron.
I know.
People did not hate Michael Jordan.
But it's not LeBron's fault.
It is!
You know what?
It is!
Can I say something? Okay, sorry. Okay, so I think people started to hate LeBron when he went to Miami. Can I argue why? No, let me say why it was such a good move that he went to Miami.
MJ didn't do that.
Because MJ didn't have to. MJ didn't have to. So LBJ got drafted to the Cavs.
What are your thoughts?
No, wait. Let me.
Who is better?
I'm in the middle of
MJ. This happens like every other show.
I'm in the middle of my argument. So basically, LBJ
listen.
had to go to Miami because everyone's saying, LeBron James, you're not the greatest of all time. You're not even going to be in the discussion because you do not have those championships. Here's the thing: the Cavs and that coach, Mike Brown, is that his name? I don't even know. He did not get good players around LeBron. So LeBron took the move to go to Miami, take a lower salary to play around talented players. So to me, that's humble. Like, to me, that's so humble that he realized this game to win a championship cannot be done by myself. I'm great, but I am not great enough to win this championship. I need Dwayne Wade. I need Chris Bosh. I need Ray Allen. And so I respect his move to the Miami Heat. He went there for 4 years. He won his 2 championships. He returned to Akron, Ohio. He won a championship for his hometown. Like, I just respect that so much. Once again, a kid that really came, he kind of perceived the American dream, in a way. And we've talked about that before, too. So, that's my talk about LeBron James.
Here's my thing.
I feel like everything I just said went in and out. And
no, I'm listening to what you said. Definitely listening to what you said.
Okay.
There are valid arguments. All right? There are valid arguments to why LBJ. Now,
oh my God.
Here's the thing. And I read this once, so I just pulled it up because it's perfect.
Okay.
This is exactly how I feel.
Okay.
Jordan is the greatest basketball player ever. LBJ, all right, here we go. LBJ, oh shoot, I just lost it. Here. LBJ may well end up being the most perfect basketball player ever, but it is not the same thing.
That's bizarre. You're trying to say LBJ.
He made 8 straight finals. He's had so many 50-point games. But that is a perfect game, right? But you are not the greatest player to ever play the game.
What makes you the greatest? What makes MJ the greatest?
MJ is the greatest for all he did. He is the guy who set the standard for dunking from the free throw line. He played games with the flu. Let's not forget that we all hear about. He is like the most motivating guy. He came from nothing. Let's not forget, Michael Jordan got cut from his high school basketball team. Hello.
LeBron James got kicked out of his home.
That's not nothing basketball related.
I know, but I'm just trying to say tough things happened to both of them. Here's
basketball-wise, though.
MJ went to college. LeBron James didn't have that step in his career. He went from high school to the greatest league in the world, and he persevered. And you know what I love about LeBron? I need to write a blog post about this.
I have.
He does so much for his community, too, Allie. And I just respect that.
MJ didn't?
I don't know if MJ did.
Yes, he did.
MJ's not very vocal about, certain,
You ever seen a pair of shoes called Jordans?
No, yeah, but what is that doing for the community?
But he is out there. He's in the community. He does stuff for his community. He volunteers. He does all types of things.
See, I just disagree. And
He's owned part of teams before.
No, he owns the Hornets, right?
Yeah, he really. Michael Jordan. Now here's the thing. Michael Jordan was an all-around player in every aspect of the game. He was a hustle hard.
LeBron too. LeBron, overall player, he hustles hard too.
He's a flop.
No, he's not. He is not a flop.
Raise your hand if you think
LeBron James is a flop. They're not live. We're live.
Is LeBron James a flop?
Oh my. Well, here's my thing. I guess we can stop this. I just want to know your opinion on this. Do you think Kobe is even in the discussion?
There is no discussion. That's my theory.
But there is a discussion.
But there isn't.
Have you not had this argument with other people?
Oh, I'm saying I've had this discussion. But my answer is there should be no discussion.
Okay.
This is Michael.
You're a big MJ fan. I just feel like people are...
And you know what? I never even was alive for Michael.
Right, that's what bugs me.
So,
people didn't even watch the guy.
Oh,
what do we watch? We watch him on YouTube.
Over.
We watch his highlights. Mm-hmm. We don't see that's like Instagram. You only see the highlights of someone's life. You don't see the low moments.
You can watch the whole games.
And that's true. But, Michael Jordan has had low moments, too. And here's my thing. LeBron's just so authentic. Even right now,
MJ ain't authentic?
No, I think it's interesting to actually make this comparison. I think back in MJ's era, players did not come out and speak politically, really. I really don't think. I think Magic Johnson did on AIDS. But you don't hear Michael Jordan really using his voice for activism. LeBron James really does step out and uses his voice for activism. If you follow him on Instagram now...
But that's a different time. That's a different era.
Right. And that's what I was arguing.
In that era, that wasn't a thing. You were still talking about... he didn't have that platform.
But
now,
Magic Johnson
there are
did.
guys... But about age, and he had that. It's different than LeBron James is speaking out about racial injustice and things like that, right? In that time, you would have been out.
Right, yeah.
So, in this time, it's
argument.
different. You can't, to me, you can't argue that because that's a different time. Could you say that Michael Jordan was not, I mean, he suffered racial injustice and things like that as well. So, it's not like I'm not going to speak out. No, he would have. He didn't have that. That. Whereas now you've had guys like Colin Kaepernick and such who have allowed for people to have this platform. And that's a whole different aspect.
It is. It's a different argument. But I guess what I'm
not here to argue personalities because I think they both have, I don't know them. I never met LeBron. Let's get lunch. I want to know about you, right? You can't judge somebody off that. So if you take that away, if we're looking at basketball, LeBron, but Michael Jordan.
Let me just say, though, I just brought up the argument because not only do I respect what LeBron does on the court, we've argued about that. I respect what he does off the court as well. And so, I think it's good. I think it's good for the game that we have a superstar. We have multiple superstars. And it'll be interesting to see in the next 5 years who's going to step up, And I'm interested, Allie. Who do you think has the potential to possibly be that big name? Jason Tatum, do you see Andrew Wiggins?
There will not be another big name until LeBron's out. To me.
And that's who do you think though even has the potential out of these young guys to be a really good player?
I mean, I think we see a lot of really good players, and I'm really excited for this draft coming up because you got DeAndre Ayton, you have Jaren Jackson Jr., you have Michael Porter Jr., you have Trae Young. So I think these guys are going to be some really good young guys who have potential to be some phenomenal players, but they will play in their prime the same time as LeBron is playing in his prime. We haven't seen that kind of caliber of a player yet. I don't think we see the next LeBron James right now. We simply do not. Once he is gone, right, we'll see someone who is in contention. And I think right now the topic is, a Steph Curry to a Kevin Durant to a James Harden to a LeBron James. Obviously, LeBron is above all of them, but those are the guys right now. And until they're gone, I don't see people in that conversation. There's no Jason Tatum is not in the conversation with a Steph Curry and a Kevin Durant. He's just not. He won't be, right? Ben Simmons won't be. These guys are not in that conversation. And they will not be, right? So there will be a new generation of basketball that will be this new conversation. And, LeBron is kind of in that mix because he was in the conversation with Kobe, right? And back in that day, and even like a Ray Allen and Rajon Rondo in his prime. But now we're talking about this aspect of game. And once these guys are gone, we'll have some more people to talk about. But for right now, you just can't. And when we talk about Michael Jordan and LeBron James, the reason that Michael Jordan is better is he created basketball. He created how you play it. He set the tone. He set the caliber. He did what no one else has done before. Everything LeBron is doing now on the court. I'm not talking about wins and losses and rings on your fingers. I'm talking about how you play the game. MJ did that.
Who's the guy that won 11 championships? I mean, he did stuff that no one else did before, too. But
how you play the game, the swag of the game, the smoothness of the game. I mean, Michael Jordan, like I said, dunking from the free throw line, doing 360 dunks, pulling up on people, crossing people over, that aspect of the game, that swag that we see now, when we're watching the NBA, when we see people, woo, 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 you know what I mean, all that stuff, that happened because LeBron started it. You see what I'm saying?
I think you meant Michael started it.
Oh, that's what I meant. I'm talking about everybody. Yeah, but Michael started that. You know what I'm saying? So you got Michael who created this new style of basketball that was not played before. We've talked about it before, and it was not played before. He started it, and it is now how the league plays basketball.
Here's my thing. Just because you got the swag and you got the, the moves and you got
the he was scoring the basketball, too. It wasn't like he was just...
Allen Iverson, though, had, the moves, and, he's not talked about as one of the best of all time.
He wasn't.
And it's a hard argument because there's a part of me that loves the style of how Steph Curry plays. He's so creative and crafty. And LeBron has more of a powerful demeanor. He's more of a guy that's, I'm going to run through you. I'm going to get to where I want to get. And I don't love the way he plays, but I just argue for him in the respect of just the work ethic he has and attitude that he has, in a sense. I don't know. There's something about him that I do try to argue for his worth. Not that he needs it. Not that he needs this girl, arguing. But
when LeBron plays, I'm not like, oh, rarely am I like, oh my God. Like, that rarely happens. He is just, the other day, it was against the Rockets, and he dropped 40 points.
Right.
And I was like, didn't even realize that he had dropped 40 points.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He's that good.
Well, he's good, but it just becomes normal, right? Like 20 to him would be a god-awful game.
Right.
He's dropping 40 points, and I'm not really noticing it, right? Because it's not like he's 3 after 3 after 3 after 3 where I'm like, oh my God, he's lighting it up from the 3-point line.
Yeah.
No, he just plays the game the way he plays.
Right.
He doesn't play the game where I'm like, oh, everybody, oh my God, hold yourself down. Whoa, what did we just see? No. I'm like, all right, that's LeBron, right? When I go back and watch Michael Jordan's game, even when I watch some of Kobe's games, I'm like, oh, he did it to him. He did it to him. Like, oh, no. Oh, don't do it to him, Kobe.
I will say that when Steph Curry started to get really good, do you remember?
When he shimmies on him, I'm like, this is the game I love to see.
People at first, though, we used to be like, oh, my God, did you see the Curry? Like, the Curry. But then he started to get, it got...
normalized.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but MJ was never normalized because the second he normalized, he stepped it up.
Yeah.
And that's just how MJ plays basketball. I wish more than anything in this world that I was alive to see old MJ play. I didn't come out the womb till after.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Who created basketball?
Who created? What do you mean?
Like, who created basketball? I just, fun question.
Like, legit?
Like, who created it?
Some guy with with baskets. I did a school project on this once.
Yeah, it was actual baskets.
It was actual baskets, and they threw a pear in there or something.
I don't know about the pear.
It wasn't a real ball. It was in a different country, wasn't it?
James
something. Naismith.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. No, just to give the guy some credit, because look, at what he's created.
I don't think he got a lot of credit for it.
Would you ever create a game?
No, it'd be stupid. There's no more games left to create.
One of my friends has the goal of creating a sport. That's her goal in life. Which I think is cool. Yeah, I think it's super cool.
That is cool.
I think there could be a mixture of soccer and basketball. Where you use your hands and feet.
Isn't that rugby though?
I wouldn't say
Rugby's kind of like a mix of football and soccer.
Should we take a break?
Woo! All right, ladies and gents.
Or we can keep going about MJ and LeBron.
I think I've MJ'd and LeBron out, but we want to know what you got to say about MJ and LeBron. Not only that, we want to more importantly know, who do you got tonight? Let's talk about game one. Who's taking game one?
Oh, okay, we're going.
We only got
it's
10
our last show.
We might as well just cruise it out.
No, yeah. And then maybe we could do our fun question.
Yes.
Okay, so tonight, you said tonight, who's gonna win?
Who's taking game one?
You're looking in so many directions.
Who's taking game one?
Here's my thing, Allie. This is my life. I want the Cavs, but I think Golden State.
Is taking game one.
Yeah.
I think Golden State. Hands down.
By 20 or something? What do you mean?
Oh, no. We'll take game one by 12. 12 points.
Okay, I'll hold you to it. And then, okay.
I'll be cheering.
And what do you think the key is, for Golden State to win this game?
For Golden State to win this game. Ooh, keys to the game. Woo!
Yeah,
here we go. All right.
I need more water.
For Golden State to win this game, you have to contain LeBron on defense, right? So, let's talk about it. Obviously, we're not going to put Steph Curry on LeBron James. Doesn't make realistic sense. I think you put Kevin Durant on LeBron James, playing phenomenal defense. And then on offense, Golden State has to be on. They have to be hot. Everybody has to be hitting. Steph Curry has to hit from behind the arc. And we got a lot of people who can really play into this. We aren't going to have Andre Iguodala, which is a big factor. So that
What's
means
his injury again?
His leg, he has bone bruising.
Just background, has he been out a while now?
No, he just went out a couple weeks ago. So he should be back. They say this is just one. Kevin Love, same thing. I think his status is still unquestioned for tonight off the concussion protocol.
Okay.
So I think both of them are expected to be out game one, but back game two. without having Andre Iguodala, that means that Draymond Green has to step up.
Right.
But we know he is. I mean, he came out talking smack like, this is it, man. Like, this is what we want. This is what we played for. We want to beat LeBron.
Faces.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think really they just got to play their game, and KD, has got to play some solid D.
Who do you think is going to guard LeBron?
KD.
You think KD?
Yeah.
See, I don't think KD can hold his own against LeBron. I think his length helps.
I mean, who else?
No, right, yeah. That's where I think...
It ain't going to be Steph.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess.
That's what's unique about this series is the fact that it's been, consistent games against each other in the finals. They have so much footage. Mm-hmm. You can see that's what's so hard. Sometimes you know what the other team's going to do to you, and it's still so hard to,
Well, LeBron, that's the thing. The Warriors know. They know that LBJ is going to score 40. So you have to score more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that is simply it. And it's gonna be a high scoring game. We're looking at 90 to 100-point games.
Right.
I think that's where it lies. And I think Golden State will win this one by 12. It won't be a nail biter in game one here, and then LBJ will have to figure it out.
It'll be fascinating. I'm excited to watch. I'm excited. Do you want to talk about top moments in sports history? Should I just read the top 6?
We have questions? Oh,
it's the top 6 sports history moments.
Okay.
I'll just give you a little rundown. So what do you think number 1 would be?
I'm looking at it now.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just give you to them. So number 1 was Miracle on Ice.
Yeah, I like that.
That's my favorite movie of all time, Miracle.
It is. It's very good.
So basically, it was like the U.S. men who were all collegiate
Soviet
athletes.
Union, yeah.
And they competed against the best country in the world. And they persevered and came up and won. And what's crazy was during a rough time for Americans, too. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to do 2?
Break the barrier. Jackie Robinson comes in as number 2 when he debuted for the Brooklyn Dodgers April 15th in 1947. Next one up on here is the Olympics, which I think the Olympics really are some of the greatest moments in sports history, if you ask me. It's the best of the best on a stage that, only happens every 4 years. So Jesse Bucks Hitler, known as the Buckeye Bullet, Owens won 4 gold medals at the 1936 Summer Olympics. Adolf Hitler, expected the games to be a showcase of Iran supremacy, but the United States won 11 gold medals, 6 of which were won by African-American athletes, 4 of which were won by Owens himself.
For number 4, we had the greatest game. So in 1958, the championship game was the first NFL playoff game to go into sudden death in overtime. Ooh. And it's, referred to as the greatest game of all time, and it really helped promote the NFL. Mm-hmm. Number 5, I've never heard of this one. The Thrill in Manila. So basically, it was
Muhammad Ali. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just so young.
You've never heard of Muhammad Ali?
No, I've heard of him. I didn't know about the Thrilla in whatever. So it's often regarded as the most brutal heavyweight fight of all time. Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier faced off for the 3rd time in their careers. Ali won the series 2-1 by TKO after the 14th round. Mm-hmm. I think boxing's a really cool sport.
Yeah.
And then number 6, I'll just finish it off really fast. It was Michael Phelps with his 8 gold medals, and that was phenomenal. We were all alive for that.
Yeah.
Not that we weren't alive for the other ones. And then should we do fun?
All right, ladies and gents, before we get into our hot take questions, just want to thank y'all for always tuning in with us. Yes. We want to know who you got for game 1. I will still be live on Instagram by myself in a different room to talk to y'all about some of these games, and I'll be making some blog posts on it. Megan and I, we got to figure something out because we'll still be talking to y'all for sure about these NBA finals. So who do you got game 1? Who do you got overall? And who is better, MJ or LeBron? So here we go, our hot take questions. Megan.
All right, should I go first? Oh, they can't hear.
I think they can. Can y'all hear?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so, Allie Pruitt, Magic or Larry?
Ooh, Magic Johnson, baby.
Any reason why? Just
Magic.
Okay. An argument in sports that you dislike having, like that you typically get in and you get annoyed.
MJ and LeBron.
Is that okay? Golf or NASCAR?
Golf.
Really?
I think golf's super interesting. Really? I want to learn how to golf this summer.
Okay.
Fun fact.
Most underrated sport?
Soccer.
And then did you think Anthony Rizzo's slide was intentional?
No.
Really?
No.
My softball friend said it was. Okay. And then last question. What's the best championship of all time? and like give a little, like, was it sentimental to you for some reason? Like, what was your favorite or just favorite game that you like? I think maybe the Cubs, like where you're on the USA Today.
Yeah,
That
that
seemed
was
pretty-
the coolest moment of my life. Yeah, man, the Cubs won the World Series. I was alive to see it.
Were you at the game?
Like inside?
Yeah, like did
Oh,
you?
heck no, that cost millions of dollars.
No, I know, but like, so you went after, like
I was
to
just
Wrigley.
outside. I was in Wrigley the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah, greatest championship of all time, hands down, is the Cubs. I think if you ask anybody now who's a Cubs fan, it is the greatest championship of all time. I mean, 108 years, never won, and to be alive to see it, and all the family ties that go with it, and all the games I've been to, and all the times that, you know, I've seen my dad throw stuff at the TV because he's so mad, and just to see him win, that was the coolest moment of my life.
Awesome.
All right, girl, you ready?
Yeah.
Magic or Larry?
I
I'm
got.
asking you the same ones.
Yeah, I'm like,
didn't
whoa,
think-
we have the same question.
Yeah.
So I respect them both, but I got Larry. I just love how he plays.
Okay, argument in sports you dislike having.
I dislike the LeBron just not even being in the discussion.
Golf or NASCAR?
I hate golf. I don't like NASCAR neither.
Why do you hate golf?
I think it's so incredibly boring. I'd rather watch paint dry.
You know how hard it is?
Is it hard?
So hard.
You know, I
you ever
have tried.
golfed?
Yeah, I was terrible, and I just did the golf cart.
Yeah.
Have you golfed? Are you good?
I'm not good, but I've golfed.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised you enjoy it.
It's like super hard. I
No.
like the challenge.
I just don't like how quiet you have to be as well.
Yeah, but like it's also calming
Yeah, it's like
and
therapeutic.
yeah, and it's just fun. I mean, you do it in groups. I don't golf alone. I'm
Here's-
not like out here.
It's so hard to get the ball in where you want it to go.
I know. My brother's a golfer. He's pretty good.
Is he?
Mm.
Oh, good for him. Is he
My
gonna golf
dad
in
golfs
college?
every Sunday.
Is he gonna golf in college?
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how that works.
I like mini golf.
It's the same thing. Eventually, you're mini golfing. You
To
have to
me-
just get it to the green.
But it's like putting.
yeah,
And there's like
what's the
a fun
difference?
mountain, and
Oh.
you know, it's like a little more fun.
I
don't
do
know.
love to mini golf. I won't lie, but yeah, I want to really learn how to golf. Does anyone know how to golf and can teach
And
me?
curling.
Oh, I love curling.
Ask your fans if they love curling.
Who loves curling? Woo!
Raise your hand.
All right, and finally, no, not finally. Most underrated sport.
I wish soccer got more, and then
Okay.
boxing as well.
Okay, I also think just women's sports in general are
Oh,
underrated.
100. Oh wait, yeah. What am I doing over here? WNBA.
Rizzo slide, intentional, unintentional.
I've seen worse slides.
Okay, best championship.
I don't know. So to me, Miracle on Ice, like that was just, and I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
But just the movie and like how sports can mean so much
Yeah.
more, and how it brought a nation together, and just
Yeah.
like the underdog mentality.
Yeah.
And I also love the 99ers, you know, the
Yeah.
girls,
Yeah.
the soccer team.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. That is it. I'm gonna cry. For Who Runs the World? We gotta just play this song.
Yeah.
We gotta just have it on. It has been so much fun talking with y'all every Thursday. I know this is our first time on Facebook Live, but it has been awesome talking with y'all as well. Oh my god.
Let's do a podcast.
Oh, we gotta do something. It has been so fun. So a huge thank you to Radio DePaul Sports for allowing us to do this show.
Yes.
Who Runs the World? The answer is always girls. Y'all, Megan and I came up with this idea over a year ago now.
Yeah.
We decided that we were gonna do this show. So for a full year, we have
Yeah.
been talking sports with y'all and
At
bringing
night, in the
attention
morning.
at night, in the morning,
We brought
to women in sports. It has
Yeah.
been nothing but amazing. We love talking with y'all. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And always, we will be back. We will be back somehow, some way. So y'all have a beautiful weekend. DePaul students, good luck on finals. And we'll see you later. Grab Andrew. Tell him to take our picture. I think he's walking now.
Okay, I'll turn off live.
Bye, y'all. Thank you.